Shut up and sit down.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Ken Frederick Podcast, episode 87, Iron Fist Netflix series review. I want to say thank you for listening. If you just stumbled across us on the interwebs, check us out at kfpodcast.com, at kfpodcast on Facebook, at Ken Fred Podcast on the Twitter, at Ken Frederick Podcast on the Instagram, and at Ken Frederick Podcast on YouTube. Please like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Tell your friends. So today we're going to talk about Iron Fist. We all finished the series. Finally. We got Justin to the left.
You know, I just finished it 2 days ago.
Seriously, and you were on my shit about finishing
I know.
it.
I couldn't watch the last episode. It's taking forever.
Well, I can understand why.
I was too busy talking into microphones real deep. We just spent an hour shitting around with these microphones, talking into them.
And now we're getting cracks, and it's ticking me off.
Do you want to start over?
Fine.
No.
Okay.
That's fine.
All right.
People like to hear our voices crack.
They should have met me in high school when I was hitting puberty. It still happens to me today. So yeah, we just finished it. And I'm sorry, but Justin's over here to the left.
Hey, everybody.
Donald
Hey.
to the right. We
Brock's stuck in traffic.
Yeah, we don't have any Brock.
He's en route. He'll be here for the second one.
Oh, really? Okay, good. So
To add more hot breath to the...
so much hot breath.
You guys are way too amused with these microphones.
It's just, you know what, it's not even the microphones, it's now we have headphones on top of the microphones.
Yeah, it's so much technology for this stupid show.
Yeah.
It's so much technology for 10 views.
I'm going to take the technology away.
Oh. All right. So we all watched Iron Fist. Justin has the synopsises of the episodes on his computer. So let's have a little series overview. So what do we think about the show? Justin?
I did enjoy it once I got all the way through to the end, but it is probably my least favorite of all of the ones that they've released so far.
We should probably say that we're just going to spoil this movie, this show. So if you haven't watched it,
yeah, definitely. If this is the time where stop listening if you haven't watched it.
Go watch something else because we're going to spoil this show.
Go back and watch our most viewed episode about Game of Thrones season 7 predictions.
Or pick another episode and get the views on that one up too.
Yeah, exactly.
We did one about Avengers of Grimm. Go check that out. All right, so yeah.
Like I said, I did enjoy it. I had some issues with it, but overall I think I enjoyed it, just not anywhere near as much as the other ones. It was kind of a letdown from especially like Daredevil season 2 was phenomenal.
Well, this show was it was the Hand all over again. So the series overall villain is the Hand, which we just got the Hand in Daredevil 2. And and it was Danny Rand returning from K'un Lun to New York. I mean, the general thing of it was, the whole, like, it was very Batman-ish, like, goes away, comes back to the company, hasn't been involved in a few years, and,
15 years.
15 years, Which, wasn't it funny when they were like, oh, he's been gone for 15 years, and they're like, it was just like the 90s.
Yeah.
Like he was like, oh, these are songs that I listened to back then. It was like Wu-Tang.
It's good music.
It was like,
it's
just funny to relate to it like that. But what was this actor who played him? Finn Jones,
the dude from Game of Thrones.
I really didn't care for Finn Jones. I kind of thought he came off very whiny and very, like, annoyed looking a lot of the times. I didn't really like the way they had his hair and that, like, weird curly hair.
The Justin Timberlake spaghetti hair?
It was spaghetti hair, and I don't know. I really liked the Meachums. I thought they were all very good characters. I thought they were interesting enough. I mean, I liked Ward. I didn't really like Joy as much.
How could you like Ward?
I thought he was actually
had some depth and
depth
was
to
redeeming
him.
At the end. Yeah.
I mean, they went down the tone where if in the beginning, he's like this typical jerk businessman. He's a shrewd young businessman. His dad was really a dick to him. He's holding that secret. He's on drugs. You know, he really hated Danny. And then by the end of the series, he helps Danny, and he becomes like the most redeeming. The character that I thought was really awful was Joy. I mean, she was supposed to be... She really liked him as a kid and was like his really close friend.
Yeah.
She has him committed to a mental hospital. Then, like, because of a bowl of M&Ms, she's his friend. But then by the end of the show, she's like a villain. Like, I didn't really get where they went with her.
I didn't like her character. I liked her character throughout the show. I just didn't like her character's arc and where she ended up.
It was very sporadic. It didn't make a whole lot of sense because she was all over the place.
No. And you're right.
I feel the whole show was all over the place.
The show, I think, for the most... I gotta say this. This was the least sexy cast of all of the shows.
Okay.
Like, there's no one cool like what's this guy that was Purple Man from Doctor Who.
Right.
There's no one like they're gonna get Luke Cage. Like, this is like they did a good job of putting this last because basically the only reason you're watching this is to get ready for
Defenders.
Mm-hmm. But. Yeah, Joy was, I think, the worst part of it. There's no redeeming villain. Like, I always love a good villain. Like, I like the Meachums, but there was nothing redeeming about the entire... Maybe Ward was the only one that was, like, because he redeemed at the end. But, like, there was no... I don't know. I just didn't feel...
There was not a good villain. Like, Madame Gao was in it again, but, like, she was so floppy of...
Well, and she seems to me to be just kind of a figurehead.
Yeah.
She's not...
Yeah.
And
she's not the
was
actual...
horrible.
Bakudo was awful.
Bakudo was absolutely terrible. I didn't know what the heck he was supposed to be.
Yeah. It was just...
Did you also get the feeling that, like, the hand comes from China, right?
Yeah. But there's no Chinese
There was no Chinese people in the hand. Everybody's, like, Latin American, African American, white people.
Well, I get to the people, like the kids at the
school
were all street kids that they were recruiting into the hand. But other than Madame Gao, she was the only one that had like an Oriental descent, like, an Asian descent.
You know who the hand reminded me of in this series was
the Foot Clan?
The Foot Clan from the original.
Which they should, because
yeah.
that's where they stole the Foot Clan from, is from the hand. That's...
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a parody of the hand.
But it was,
the foot.
It was just a bunch of kids that they recruited off the streets to come in and...
Which like Ken said, I got that part, but like when he has to go through those trials, he doesn't fight any Asian people in that.
Well, the one dude...
spider chick's Asian.
Oh, she was, yeah.
And then the dude with the swords was Asian.
He?
Yeah.
Maybe I don't remember it correctly.
And then, wait a minute, I think everyone was Asian.
No, the first guy I don't think was.
No, the first two guys were Russians, remember?
They were Russians.
They drew that circle and he couldn't get out of the circle.
Which was dumb. Like,
there was a lot of
why is there rules in like weird street fights?
But like she had bodyguards that were just like big white guys, and I don't know, there was a lot of odd. I don't know. It was just an odd. It wasn't as cool looking as like the hand was in Daredevil 2.
Well,
when all the ninjas showed up and they
Yeah.
looked like the hand from the comic.
Yeah.
You didn't.
Well, I think this is a different application of the hand. That sounds weird.
Yeah.
But it's like showing that there's different functionalities of it. This is, I guess, maybe more of a business-ended part of the hand.
Okay.
So you're seeing more recruitment and how their drug operations. Where I don't really know I forget why the ninjas were around in Daredevil 2.
I kind of forget too why they were there.
Really only watch that.
Well, they're trying to
animate corpses,
reanimate, and then Elektra's. They kind of kill her at the end, but
all that nonsense.
I think I'm a little over the hand.
Well, you better not,
because they're going to be in Defenders also.
That's going to be the big evil in Defenders.
It's just so much.
I bet it's going to be Shadowland, but we'll save that for later.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So,
what other characters did we?
I really liked Colleen Wing's character. There were a couple turns I wasn't fond of.
Yeah.
But overall, I really liked. I liked the actress how she portrayed the character, and
yeah, she was good.
I like the actress. She didn't bother me. Like, I think she did a good job. It was Colleen Wing.
Yeah. Her martial arts were okay and all that.
I'm looking forward to. I like when Colleen Wing and Misty Knight are together. I really am looking forward to that in Defenders. I mean, the kid didn't bother me that plays Danny Rand, because I look at it this way: this is a kid that really didn't get to grow up or be around society.
So he's a little awkward.
he's awkward.
Yeah.
So I get that whenever he's like doing certain things, like he should act weird. And he was real whiny at times, but I'm like, maybe that's just there is just whiny people.
Yeah.
And
and I don't know because I don't really read Iron Fist. My only knowledge of Iron Fist is I've read Heroes for Hire a couple of times, and he was in the Avengers Street team there for a while.
I take this show much like I would take an Iron Fist comic. I don't really give a shit. Like, I'll read it. I didn't absorb it. It's not my favorite.
Yeah.
It's basically like whenever Civil War came out and you had to read all the miniseries to catch up. That's how I feel that this was.
Like I said, my favorite Iron Fist interaction of all time was when he was with the X-Men teaching Hope Summers
Oh yeah,
how to like channel her chi in the Phoenix Force over in K'un Lun. That was like the most interesting I've seen him be in a long time.
Well, that was cool because they actually show. I feel like in comic wise, Danny Rand just gets portrayed as like almost Batman, almost Tony Stark. Hangs out with Luke Cage, so he's like street, but he's rich, so he doesn't.
But
have
he's
to worry.
rich, yeah.
So there's not much comic book wise to develop as a character unless you get into the like Brubaker stuff where he was doing Legends of the Iron Fist or I forget the name of the book now that really kind of like reintroduced Iron Fist into the Marvel mythos, and I can't remember the name of it now. It's like 12 something of Iron Fist.
Okay,
but
we can
Google
look
it. It's good.
So you didn't like the Head Meacham guy too much?
He was okay. It was predictable.
It's predictable that he was going to be bad.
Yeah, it totally.
I did like when he killed that kid over ice cream. I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah,
and then stuffed him in his little terrarium.
The reason why I
was weird. No one saw that.
The reason why I liked it is I kind of feel like that's how I am with my children. Like, you bought all this expensive stuff, and then they don't like any of it, and go, "I just want the regular one." I'd be like, he was like, "This isn't good enough for you." That's kind of.
But you have control over yourself.
Control, and he just goes and kills the guy.
Yeah.
He was kind of, I guess, he was a little bit. I like that actor because he was in 300.
Oh, yeah, he's good.
And he's a pretty decent actor.
I think he's a really good actor, yeah.
But the payoff at the end was kind of dumb with him,
So he dies, right? They kill him?
Ward shot him and he fell off the building. But he apparently can come back from the dead, but they burned him then.
Yeah.
They cremated him.
Yeah. That whole fight scene reminded me of the fight scene between Spider-Man and Green Goblin in the first first one, where he's Peter, I can't control it, you gotta help me, and meanwhile he's trying to kill him, and it was
where he felt like a father figure kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. And it's like
I mean, so whether we liked it or not, I would actually say that I really probably wouldn't watch this again.
There's no reason to watch this, or
I had a hard time getting through it.
I agree.
It's just something that I don't know. Like towards the end, I was like, I gotta watch this last one. Like I wasn't really excited for it.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think I'll watch this one again. I
would put this one dead last, even past Jessica Jones, because Purple Man was exciting enough to get you through it.
Exactly, I agree 100% with that. I don't find him as annoying as Jessica Jones, but there was no one as good as Purple Man in the series to redeem it, to bring it up past the other series.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
So I think we'd all put it last. So what do we think worked the best on the show?
I think the relationship between Danny Rand and Misty Knight, I liked that. I hated
Misty Knight.
No, Misty Knight. Colleen Wing.
Colleen Wing.
I hated all of the. Well, that's later on, but I think that was my favorite part of it. The dichotomy between them two, the relationship, and the martial arts. I think the fighting.
What were you going to
good.
say? You can't talk. It was a Defenders type stuff.
No, it was what I didn't like.
Oh, okay.
But that's next.
I liked him and her together too. I thought they were a pretty good couple. And they were both kind of like innocent in their own way, and had like. The one thing that I thought was interesting on it is like the only thing I felt the biggest thing that interesting was they were both sort of raised by like what I think are crazy people, because even the people at K'un Lun are so sheltered from the rest of the world, and the only thing is about is defending, and both of them were kind of raised in that like wacko mindset that like I think the two of them really found a common place in.
I agree.
We can just be together. We don't have to listen to this lunacy, Even though at the end he does return and see that because he wasn't there, everything was destroyed.
Well, was it destroyed, or did it go back into the other dimension?
I don't know.
Well, no, I think it was destroyed because...
Well, they didn't really show K'un Lun.
Well, but there was, like, smoking...
There was dead monks.
There was dead monks everywhere.
Well, there was just dead monks, and I thought there was a big hole. It was just, it was gone.
I thought it was gone, too. I thought the entrance was gone.
I thought the entrance was there, but the entire city just was, like, all that rock was gone. Like, there was nothing there. It was just, like, a big crevice with clouds and stuff around it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because they mentioned earlier in the series that K'un Lun will go into another dimension every, like,
every 15 years.
Yeah, that's why it took him 15 years to get back. But I thought that I didn't know that it was that the actual place left. I thought it was just the doorway closed off and wouldn't let you out.
I don't know.
Yeah, it could be the whole place goes to another dimension. That's why it was always clouded in snow or whatever.
I thought it was pretty funny that they were climbing in the Himalayas, and he didn't even have gloves on.
Yeah, he was wearing a sweater.
He was wearing a sweater. He didn't even have a hat on to cover his ears.
He had spaghetti hair. He doesn't need it.
And I was like, "Are you not cold up on that mountain? Like, where did you
Iron Fist?
Where did you land to get?"
I don't understand any.
Where's your Sherpa?
It didn't make any sense. And she was just like wearing like earmuffs.
She had earmuffs and like a sweatshirt on. You know, they're rock climbing.
Listen, they just threw that away. They shouldn't even have filmed that. They should have just had them walk around the corner of the rocks.
Because that whole rock climbing scene was retarded.
Yeah.
So, how about you? What do you think worked or liked the best?
Again, I think we all agreed that it was the relationship between Danny and Colleen.
Well, you can have something else. You can do something different.
But that's what I thought was the best part of the series.
Fine, Justin.
I did, although some of the lines were a little annoying, I liked it when Night Nurse came back in. And they introduced her. That's going to be on the stuff you don't like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, save it. Let him finish.
Save it. I really like Rosario Dawson.
So do I.
Anytime that character can be on screen, I'm cool with it. But like I said, I'm probably gonna agree with a lot of the points you have. I liked her.
We'll go right into it. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Ken.
Rosario Dawson is the worst part of the show.
I agree.
Because
really,
and here's the thing: I enjoy her in all the other series, other than the fact that she has the hots for everyone except for Jessica Jones and apparently Iron Fist.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, Rosario Dawson can now fight as well as these two is ridiculous.
Yeah, that was...
And the claws and everything. Like,
is she going to become somebody with those claws? Are they making her into somebody?
Well, they can't make her into Hellcat because they've already established Patsy Walker in it. Like, who has claws. Sorry, I'm popping.
Is she going to be, like...
I don't know.
Tigra or something like that?
I hope she's not Tigra. I hope they don't make her into, like, some weird...
These are mine. And she walked away with them.
Which is like, no, they're not yours. Clearly, they are property of the karate school that you were attending.
Yeah. You know what bothered me the most about her? Is every episode she has to mention that she knows superpower people.
Yes. Then call them.
Then, if you're going to fight a bunch of ninjas, why don't you just call Daredevil? And that's where I know, like, we have to wait to Defenders.
Yeah.
Then don't have her in.
Or don't have her...
in that many episodes.
Or maybe not even meet Danny. Like, she shouldn't have went to just China all of a sudden.
Yeah, she was way too... Every season, she's more and more in it.
Yeah.
She was a lot in Luke Cage, which I was like, okay, well, they're building, like, a thing with her.
Yeah, like a love interest, yeah.
But he's supposed to be with Jessica, so I don't really know why they're going down that, we want to drink coffee, which was really just they want to bang each other and all that weirdness. But it was too much of her in this. Like, I wouldn't have mind if they went to her when he got shot. She'd be like, oh my God, he got shot. But I don't know why she had to be there through the whole entire thing. Because I just kept saying, if you're going to have her in this much, at some point you're calling Daredevil.
Or, well, I guess I can understand why you can't call Luke. He's in jail.
He's in jail. But I mean, at some point you'd be like, I know someone who fought the Hand. Why don't we bring him over here
and help us out?
He can help us out.
His office is like 4 blocks away.
He's 4 blocks away.
I have his cell phone number.
Yeah.
Well, that's what kills me. It's like they make it seem like Hell's Kitchen and like Chinatown and Harlem are like so far away from everything.
Thousands of miles away.
Yeah, it's like
they're blocks away.
It almost feels like Metropolis, Gotham City, Central City in DC is Hell's Kitchen, Harlem. You know, that's how far.
You're winning me over to your side.
There are these big battles going on, and no one else knows about it. You know,
like he would take a different like if Daredevil knew some shit was going down, he would just go over a couple streets.
Yeah, if he knew that especially he was against Madame Gao.
Yeah.
if he knew Madame Gao was back and that the hand was back and all that, I think he would have an interest in it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can maybe understand where he didn't know yet, like weren't present enough.
Yeah.
But if she's gonna go to China, why wouldn't she make a phone call?
Yeah. Hey, Matt, I'm going to China to battle Madame Gao in the hand. Let me come with you.
Or why are you doing that? You're just a nurse
Yeah.
of the night. You are a night nurse.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Yeah, it really, that part drove me nuts, that whole thing. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's in another episode.
And I love Rosario Dawson. I love the character. I think that they just totally went weird on this. And if you want to make her the Coulson of the Netflix series that like unifies these people, or the Nick Fury, that's fine. I really feel like the writers effed this up.
Because they went too much.
Yeah.
All right, you brought me over to your side. She's no longer one of my happy parts of the series.
Well, I mean, she is still easy on the eyes, and
I mean,
she's a great actress.
Yeah,
and
she's great.
I think that the writers really effed up the night nurse part.
No, you're right. You're right. I agree.
All right, so let's get into some Defender stock. Yeah. Can I tell you what I think the big villain of Defenders is going to be?
Sigourney Weaver.
Sigourney Weaver, I think, is Danny Rand's mother.
It was a different actress, though.
Doesn't matter. It was 15 years ago.
That's true. Okay. Because they showed... Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Because they never found her body, and the hand, I think, resurrects her to like be for business. You're going to find out that Rand Industries is more shady than it.
Okay.
Than we even found out it was.
Yeah.
That could be interesting. Yeah, that could be interesting.
And I could be wrong. Feel free to tell me on YouTube that I'm an idiot, because
people have before.
Yeah, so that's my guess. It's probably going to be something not.
Now, what was the premise of Shadowland? You mentioned Shadowland before.
Oh, Shadowland was where the Hand was constructing They basically wanted to take over New York, so they were going to make it like their headquarters and establish like this big dojo in Hell's Kitchen, and that's where they were doing the resurrections themselves.
Okay.
And Daredevil and a bunch of superheroes realize that they have to go just take over the Hand, and it's basically them versus just all of the Hand. Like, it is like not like this is just an extension of the Hand. This isn't like...
Who was with Daredevil in this one?
I think Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Ghost Rider, because there's a lot of spiritual stuff.
Yeah.
It was basically all Spider-Man. It was all like your New York level.
Okay.
You know, it wasn't like Cap. It wasn't Avengers.
Yeah.
But it was like everyone you'd expect on a...
Because wasn't he like the leader of the Hand?
Well, that's the thing. Whenever he defeated them, he took them over and he started going evil, like turning evil.
Yeah.
Because there's a mysticism.
That all black suit and all that stuff.
There's like a mysticism part of the Hand, and he figured you'll never be able to beat it because it'll always exist. So he wanted to rule it to do something better, and it corrupted him.
Yeah.
So, and that's whenever he was bringing back in that storyline, they killed Bullseye, and it's very like then Matt decides to resurrect him to use him as his like assassin to kill other ninjas. It's great. Then he starts getting real evil, and then he gets possessed by a demon. So it gets real weird.
So what'd you think of the Defenders trailer?
I liked it. Like, it makes me excited. I think that they'll have good chemistry. I mean, we've seen it between Jessica Jones and Luke Cage.
The Luke and Iron Fist scene that started off when he punches him.
Yeah.
Which, let me just throw in there, I hate the way they did his hand. I didn't...
Oh, his hand. I don't like the fact that it doesn't have any energy around it.
It doesn't have any energy. It's just like a glowing bone hand.
Yeah. I want...
Yeah. I wanted to see it like light up and how the energy used to like trickle off of it when it was glowing. Almost like it was on fire.
Maybe as he gets more power and gets more practice at using it, maybe it will.
Like Tracers almost.
Yeah.
Maybe not get 2 iron hands, but just... Or iron fists.
2 iron hands like that guy had.
Yeah.
But that was cool when he punched Luke, and then the interaction between, and I tell you what, that's going to piss me off if Daredevil isn't in costume this whole series.
I have a feeling that I don't think it's going to be the whole series. I think that there's going to be something where like he has to break someone out, and then like shit starts going down, and he needs to fight, but he doesn't have his shit, so he borrows what's her face's scarf.
He has a scarf over his head, and
I'm wondering
why. But if you wore a scarf, Don, and started fighting people, I'd be like, "What's Don wearing a scarf?"
That's
bunch of people.
Don with a scarf on his head.
Like, won't everyone be like, "Wait a minute, I have videotape of this office where this is happening." Matt Murdock walks in that same clothing outfit, minus a jacket.
I guess it's because he's blind. People don't think you could do that when you're blind. I don't know, but he is wearing it over his eyes, so I don't know. It's weird. It's I get it. It's
this
weird.
is in the same universe where there's a giant green Hulk, and aliens have already came through. They've mentioned that, so why couldn't you believe a blind guy can do karate?
Exactly. Yeah. Good point.
So yeah,
but it looks good. I like the whole Jessica Jones Matt scenes and all that stuff. Misty Knight made it into the trailer, and
do you think they kill Rosario Dawson in that?
I don't know.
Do you think they Coulson her?
Kill her off, and that leads them to get together. Because she's going to bring them together. It's time you guys meet and all that stuff. Yeah. Because that would be then Luke could focus on being... because Luke hanging around there, it looks like in the one scene he's in bed talking to Rosario Dawson.
Yeah.
So he's going to bang her. He's banged Misty Knight in a really... In the first scene of Luke Cage,
he banged Jessica
Jones a couple times. So Luke's going to be in a...
Foggy Nelson better watch himself or he's going to get it.
Or the redheaded chick or whatever, yeah.
Karen Page.
Yeah, Luke's he's a stud, man. He's had them all.
Well, come on. Out of everyone in that cast, who is it going to be the one that's going to...
None of those other two idiots are going to be pulling chicks like he can.
No. Say what you will. Luke Cage is the Shaft of the Marvel Universe.
Oh, yeah, he is.
So if anyone's banging 3 different people, it should be him.
It'll be interesting how they build him and Danny's relationship. Because they're way too different people now.
My whole problem coming into Defenders is the way Iron Fist ended, the way we know where Luke Cage is right now.
But Danny will probably come back home by
this
then.
Season's only... The new Defenders is only like 8 episodes. So are they going to have to spend like half the season trying to break Luke Cage out of prison?
No.
He's going to get out on his own.
I think by the time Defender starts, after that thing there, Danny probably turned around and they come right back. They're on the corporate jet or whatever. You know what I mean? He probably came right back. Because they show you like a clip of him and Colleen walking into the dojo or something, So he's not probably still in China crying,
That'd be great if he was, though. With his
and Luke will be like, I'm about to say getting off. Of course he's going to be getting off. He's drinking coffee.
I tell you how Luke Cage and Iron Fist become best friends.
Oh.
Hip-hop music.
Okay, because Danny's really into all that. Yeah, they set that in there.
Yep, that's how it's going to be. They're going to have this. They're going to he's going to listen to his playlist, and they're going to start working out.
I didn't know you like it. And exercising together.
Yeah, they're going to be punching shit while DMX is going on, and they're high five. Yeah, which will be cool to see them start to.
Yeah, because that's the only way I like Iron Fist is when he's with Power Man.
I think they work best together. I'm really upset that they're going to do individual season 2s for these. They haven't said anything about Iron Fist, but
I would rather see Heroes for Hire.
I want to see Heroes for Hire. I want to see them,
especially out of that barbershop.
Yeah,
or even if Luke Cage season 2 is just Heroes for Hire.
Let's hope that it goes into that,
and it's just him and Danny working out of there doing things.
Or if it builds into it, that's what
Misty, Colleen, Danny, and him all together.
Yeah, and then the guy that plays chess.
Yeah. Do you get Misty a robot arm at some point? I
thought they were going to give Colleen Wiig a robot arm because the one guy was trying to rip her arm off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Why not? I like the universe that they've set this in because it's not too fantastical.
Yeah.
But I would like it to start reaching some realms here soon where it can be. Do
you think we'll see Punisher in the Defenders?
No.
I don't think we're going to see Punisher again until his solo season comes out.
I think if this is what I want. I don't want him in New York. I want him gone. Because if he's in New York killing a ton of people, he's
going to draw attention from everybody.
Then all those people should be looking for him.
Yeah.
He needs to... I want him to do just cross-country killing spree.
Yeah.
And tracking people down.
Yeah, I don't need any more. I'm good without New York City.
Yeah.
That way you could throw in little other Easter eggs as he's traveling other places.
I actually wouldn't... they could do something where he's trying to chase someone. You could even... And that could be... Punisher doesn't really have much of one, but I really want the same aspect that they're doing with all these New York street level superheroes. I want a mystical situation of the same. Blade, Ghost Rider, Darkhold Redeemers.
I would like to see more of that. Yeah.
And I think that'd be a great.
I mean, they
Netflix
already
series.
have Ghost Rider. I wish they would keep this kid from S.H.I.E.L.D. and just bring him over into a Netflix kind of thing, or cross him up somehow.
Yeah,
he's good.
If they did that and him having to actually explore the history of the Ghost Rider so he can use it and meet Johnny Blaze and what's the other guy?
Danny Ketch.
90s Ghost Rider. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Bring back Nick Cage. He's not doing anything.
And he would do
dust
it in a
off
heartbeat.
Nick Cage.
He would do it in a heartbeat. I mean,
you dust off Wesley Snipes and have his daughter be Blade, like you said.
I wonder. I haven't heard anything about that, other than they dropped some teasers that they were going to do that 2 years ago. And actually,
the comic,
yeah,
I never
I
panned out.
swear it was just Wesley Snipes trying to build something up.
They were supposed to make a comic about it, weren't they?
I saw the design specs of the girl. Like, they were talking about it. Like, this is coming up.
We'll have to research that, see what happened to that.
Yeah,
I was wondering about that.
Yeah, I don't know. Unless they kind of put it on hold because they might be doing something with the character, but who knows?
I don't know.
I did hear one piece of good news that will make you guys, well, at least Dawn,
I thought you said
happy.
nipple in there for little nipple making.
He's got Jack's sensitive nipples here.
Anyway, apparently Kevin Feige has come out and has relaxed his position a little bit on the TV and Marvel and Netflix universe never crossing over with
he needs to
the
get
movie
over
universe.
These people in these... What?
He did say, like, there was a couple websites that were just going crazy, like, Kevin Feige said there will be cross... No, he didn't. If you go back and watch the interview or read the article...
These Avenger movies are going to make $1 billion. You can't cut a little check to have the Defenders just clean the streets up from Thanos guys for a little bit.
He's
Iron Fist can't be punching a couple people as they pan by.
They can't just be wrestling with Chitauri. Like, wow.
Yeah,
because
it's an easy, eye-pleasing scene is all you need to do. You have Spider-Man swinging around the city, land in the middle of them and be like, hey, who are you guys? And they're there and they fight together for a little bit. He swings back out.
Mm-hmm.
End scene. Here's your check. You made 1 billion people happy. Now we're done.
Yeah.
But...
God, that was loud.
That was bad. God.
Please don't yell "butt" any louder in the living room.
All right. Anyway, so it's a possibility now, which according to them before it was never going to happen. So
fuck them for not having it, saying it in the first place.
Hey, like you said, I even want the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. to make a cameo. They should. If it's Thanos attacking a planet, they should make a cameo.
I don't give a shit if Luke Skywalker shows up and cross them all over.
They've already crossed the movies into the show. They just need to go back the other way.
Yeah. I want Phil Coulson back in these.
Yeah.
And here a little bit. But anyway, that's off on a whole nother topic.
All right.
Well, go check out Iron Fist. Tell us what you think about it. You won't, but we say it anyway just because it's on the side.
Leave us a note in the comments.
Yeah. And we'll be back to talk about Defenders end of the year.
Is it that soon?
It starts in September.
September, I think. Yeah.
Oh, so that whole period where we don't have Marvel movies, we can now fill it in.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Brock.
Hey, Brock's here.
We can fill it in with Defenders.
All right. Good.
All right. Please like, share, subscribe, invite, and thanks for listening, everybody.
Later.
Thanks, everybody.
Good night.